So much for your time. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, what is your reaction to what happened in France?
I think for us as the Palestine Solidarity Movement, and we work with a number of other solidarity organizations, this includes BDS France as well. And we have had the opportunity in particular this year to interact with the BDS chapter based in France during the International Annual Israeli Apartheid Week. And we've reached out to our comrades in France to express our sincere condolences in these trying times, those who are affected and potentially also, I think, those who might have lost family members potentially. So we've engaged with them. But I think, broadly speaking, I think as society, as humanity, as the world at large, I think we're shocked by these particular terrorist attacks in Paris.
Right. Now, I also understand that your organization has French volunteers that have contributed to the organization, of course, locally. How are they taking the news of what's happening back at home?
I mean, obviously, you know, they're quite scared. They're trying to reach out to their family members to find out if people are safe. Their friends as well that are based in Paris, France. I mean, the situation in our Cape Town-based office, because that's where most of the French volunteers are based. In our Cape Town-based office, the situation there, I think it's really the activists there on the ground, the volunteers there in the office are really saddened by what is happening. And so sincere condolences to everyone, I think, in France in particular.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the world has reacted to this. The US President Barack Obama has reacted. We have German Chancellor Angela Merkel also condemning these attacks. But for the rest of the world and the BDS community at large, how are they reacting to these news?
I think in particular for us as the Palestine Solidarity Movement, in particular the boycott, divestment and sanctions, is that these particular terrorist attacks, and I think that they must be condemned with the harshest terms possible. And this includes activities, generally speaking, of terrorist organizations like Boko Haram, your ISIS and so on. And of course, also the Israeli government as well, because these are some of the terrorist kind of actions that they're also involved in. So they must be condemned very harshly.
So that you think should be the next step that France or Ireland takes to harshly, you know, reprimand what has happened?
Absolutely. I mean, the people of France must guide us to what must happen. The leadership must be provided by the leadership of the French government as well as to how this must proceed. But I think the world is outraged. This is a terrorist attack and it's absolutely unacceptable. The world must react. It must be condemned by everyone.
All righty then. Thank you so much. Well, that was Kwara Kekana, of course, the spokesperson for BDS South Africa. Thank you so much for your time.